And I promised you 2 stories. So now I'd like to flip to the next story, Amazon Web Services. So let's roll the film.
You know, what I love most about my job is every day I get to get up and help a customer succeed. And we really are in a time of great transformation in this industry. We want to be the most customer-obsessed company on the planet. We want to be problem solvers with our customers. And in order to do that in a scalable way, you've got tools that help you keep that rhythm, keep that drumbeat, facilitate that desire to be customer obsessed. And the great news is we've got Salesforce to take care of it.
One of the things I loved when I started at Amazon Web Services was we were truly a small technology startup within a large multinational company.
We did have challenges in the beginning. We're a small team and there's a lot to do. What we really didn't need to be doing is also worrying about CRM. And we knew that Salesforce would be a great partner and we'd never have to worry about it.
It's not just a CRM system, it's a platform that we can use to build all the functionality that we need.
We gather the information from around the organization to provide a single view, a simple view of our customers for our reps. And it's at their fingertips when they need it in front of the customer. Sales is a muscle memory sport. The more you do it, the better you get at it. But you've got to be able to change your selling motion based off of the needs of the customer at their step in the journey. The way you delight a customer is you exceed their expectations. And so what Salesforce allows us to do is to predict customer behavior in a proactive way instead of reactive way. We help customers make decisions versus just sell to customers so that our reps can really create a meaningful dialogue with the customer. And it's in that meaningful dialogue that you begin to build trust. And Salesforce is an enabler of all of that at scale. We leveraged Salesforce to bring the small team together when we began, and we use Salesforce now to bring the bigger team together now that we've grown.
And having the right tools and systems that can move as fast as you want to move is absolutely critical to that.
We're in this because we're trying to change the world. We really do think of ourselves as pioneers here. We are blazing a trail that nobody has gone down before. We now have 1 million customers, are in 190 countries. What keeps the team together are tools like Salesforce that allows us all to recognize the obstacles ahead of us and help us navigate those obstacles.
Excellent. And to bring this story to life, Fiona Williams, over to you.
Thank you. Wow, Amazon Web Services, it's a true trailblazer. They began as a small startup within a large organization. And to grow their business fast, they needed the right technology and the best partner to delight their customers at every step of the customer journey, from lead to cash to loyalty. And they chose the Salesforce Intelligent Customer Success Platform, and they're doing just that. But don't take my word for it. Let's jump straight into this last demo and get going. Every sales process starts with a lead. And I work in marketing, so I can tell you webinars are a great way to generate leads. We love them. And AWS is hosting a big data webinar, and this is their registration page. And I want to introduce you to Andy Liu from Foxtrot Digital. He's a prospect for Amazon, and he's interested in big data services, and he's signing up for this webinar. But the best part here, this registration page, it's actually powered by Salesforce Pardot, and that's our B2B marketing automation tool. So as Andy completes this registration form, Amazon doesn't just get his registration data. They also collect his web activity, so what websites he visits, what links he clicks on. And that creates a much more complete picture of who Andy is. And it informs the sales and marketing teams how they should engage with him, how they should personalize their engagement. And as Andy clicks to register, a lead's created inside Salesforce, and it's ready to action. So Andy's registered for the webinar, but what does AWS see? Well, their inside sales rep, he's using the Lightning Sales Console to take a look at all of the leads that were generated from that webinar. And it is a massive list. He can see he has over 1,000 leads that now need follow-up. Now, that is a ton of work, and it's hard for the sales rep to know where to prioritize. He could sort by company or job title, but that's a bit rubbish, quite frankly. That doesn't tell him what leads are most important and most likely to convert to new business. But the good news is he has Einstein on his side here, and there's a new field, Einstein Score. He clicks that, and Einstein automatically assigns a score to every lead based on their likelihood to buy. It's amazing. Now, this is not magic, this is science. And what Einstein's doing is looking at all of the leads from that webinar and all previous AWS leads. And Einstein uses machine learning to understand all of that data and to predict a score for every lead based on their propensity to buy. So now, our inside sales rep, he can start to prioritize his day. He can focus on the leads at the top of this list. And we can take this a step further. Because that Einstein score is a field inside Salesforce, we can do anything with it. We could even embed it in a workflow process using Process Builder. Now, Process Builder is where the Salesforce administrators come when they want to automate any kind of business process. So let's actually do that. Let's create an automated lead management process for all of the leads from that webinar. So here we are in Process Builder, and you can see that Einstein score up on the right-hand side. We're going to use that to create some leads to manage the lead flow. Let's start with the low-ranking leads. Now, these are not ready to buy, so we're going to route them straight back to marketing, and they can go into lead nurture campaigns. And then let's look at the high-ranking leads, those with an Einstein score of 98, 99, or 100. They're hot. They're ready to go. We're going to send those straight out to an account exec. And that leaves us with the midpoint leads. Now, these are the leads that need a little bit more follow-up. So we're going to send this group of leads to our inside sales rep for a qualification conversation. So now we've intelligently routed all of the leads from that webinar. Let's jump back to the inside sales rep and have a look at his updated list of leads. Now, this is a list I could work with. It's much more manageable. And this is the list of leads that's most likely to convert. Like Andy Liu from Foxtrot Digital, with an Einstein score of 97, he's a great prospect. So our inside sales rep, he knows that Andy's keen to buy, but he doesn't yet know what products he's interested in. And you heard AWS in the video. They want to become the world's most customer-obsessed company. So our inside sales rep here, he better do a bit of research before he puts in a call to Andy Liu at Foxtrot Digital. He needs to understand their business needs. And he has analytics embedded right here. So he's going to jump over to the analytics cloud. And he has a look at the opportunity white space report. And this is showing him all of his accounts against all of the AWS products, and it's surfacing the white space. But this has Einstein embedded too, so it doesn't just tell him what products his account doesn't have. It predicts what products they're most likely to buy. And that's the information our inside sales rep needs. So now he's ready to go. He knows what leads to focus on and what products to position. So does he pick up the phone and start dialing? No, he doesn't have time for that. With one click, he selects all of the leads, and the Lightning Dialer will create a call list for him. And he's got Andy Liu at the top of that list. He's going to start there. And as he clicks to connect the call, watch the sales console here, because it really comes to life. Our inside sales rep has every piece of information he needs to manage this call with Andy. He's got his high-level contact data, he's got his engagement history, and he's got that Einstein lead score, reminding him just why Einstein thinks this is a great lead. And as he closes the call, all of his call notes will automatically be saved on the record. And you know what? Einstein was right. This was a good lead. And our sales rep, he does what every sales rep hopes to do. He converts the lead to an opportunity. And that opportunity will automatically pass to an AE out in the field. So let's leave our inside sales rep and let's join the AE out in the field. She's with customers, she's running her business from her phone. And she pulls out her phone, she's got this new notification letting her know she has a new opportunity. And it looks like this opportunity could close within the quarter. So she's going to want to jump on this right now. She selects the notification to open up the Salesforce One app. And you'll see this is the AWS branded app. So this screen is instantly familiar to the AE. This is not Salesforce Blue. This is Amazon Orange. It looks and feels like Amazon. And here's that Foxtrot Digital opportunity. So the next step for the AE is to create a quote. And she's going to do that using Salesforce CPQ. And she has quote to cash embedded in her mobile device. So she can configure, price, and quote all from within her mobile. And quote to cash has got smarter with Einstein. She clicks Einstein Recommends. And she's presented with a recommended list of product bundling and pricing discounts. It takes all of the guesswork out of the process for her. And when she's ready, she creates the quote and she shares it with her extended team for review. But she doesn't put this into a static Word doc or a PDF. She puts it into Quip. And this is what Simon was talking about earlier. Quip is an amazing productivity tool where all of her extended team can come together to collaborate on this proposal. And it's tightly integrated into Salesforce. So as information changes, as it always will do, product quantities or pricing details, when that's updated inside Salesforce, it's automatically going to update in the Quip doc. So she finishes the proposal, it looks great, and it goes out to Andy Liu at Foxtrot Digital. And the deal closes. Andy Liu from Foxtrot Digital is now a customer, which is great news for AWS. And that's really the start of the story, because it's not about closing the deal, it's about loyalty. And to create loyalty, you have to continue to delight your customers every day. So Andy Liu's a customer. And when he has a question for AWS, he goes to the AWS support page. And this page is smart. It knows who Andy is when he logs in. It knows what products he's got. And it even knows what topics to recommend. And if Andy still has a question, he can click Ask Einstein and have a conversation with an intelligent bot. And he's doing that right now. He's got a question about his invoices. And it looks like the intelligent bot is able to help him and surfaces his invoices in just a moment. That is amazing customer service. And that's the journey that AWS customers follow, from lead to cash to loyalty. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, how could I harness some of this for my business? Well, let's back up for just a moment and take a look at the products that AWS use. We started with the world's #1 sales app, Sales Cloud Einstein. Now, you can sell smarter with Einstein. You can sell faster, and you can customize the sales console to sell the way you want. And we introduced Einstein High Velocity Sales Cloud recently. And this is what that AWS rep was using. So you remember, he was intelligently sorting his leads with the Einstein Lead Score. He had the engagement history to understand his prospects. And he was moving really fast with the Lightning Dialer. But it's not just Sales Cloud that's got smarter. Analytics Cloud Einstein has got smarter too. And we now have predictive analytic apps for everyone. You can sell smarter. Remember our sales rep again. He was using the Analytics Cloud to research the white space around his accounts. And Einstein didn't just tell him what products his account doesn't have. It predicted what products they're most likely to buy. You can explore your data quickly, pull in your Salesforce data, your third-party data, and we've made it easier to get the data into the Analytics app. And we're mobile first always, so you can access this data on any device and make decisions fast. So these are some amazing products, and we've really just scratched the surface this morning. We are out in the campground for the rest of the day, we'll deep dive on any of the products you've seen. And if you're out on the live stream, jump over to trailhead.com and try some of the learning trails. Learn about the apps and become a trailblazer. Thank you so much, and Simon, straight back to you.
Thank you, Fiona. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We've just walked through a whole rip-roaring set of great customer stories. You've had a bit of a deep dive into some of our technology. And I think we've really kicked the doors open, maybe blown the barn doors off. A whole set of opportunities for you to deep dive now into the campground. We have 47 breakout sessions as well. And here's the thing, you're all now well and truly on your journey to becoming trailblazers. So thank you for taking part in this session. Now, there's a lot going on afterwards, so I really want you to find and talk to each other. It's about customers talking to each other. Get hold of the Salesforce people. There's a lot that we want to share with you. There's a great session with Tony Profit, who's our Chief Equality Officer, around the role of business and equality. But otherwise, I just want to thank you all very much for all of your time. It's a privilege to have this chance and this time with you. Thank you very much, everyone.